Hey, I'm Cynthia D'Amour, and welcome to the Life Can Be Delicious show. This is dedicated to successful women raised as good girls. And today we want to talk about the good girl rules. Are they still alive? I'm going to say, heck yes. And it's reinforced by society. Today's topic is the quarterback and the good girl. So, first of all, let's talk about football. Jalen Hurts. Whew, what an amazing player. He's 25 years old. He's the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's been named the Toyota Player of the Year, the All Pro quarterback. 2 days ago, he set the NFL single season record for the most rushing touchdowns for a quarterback. This guy's amazing. He's top of his game. He's hot stuff. In April this year, 2023, he signed a contract for 5 years. And do you know how much money he's getting paid for those 5 years? 255 million when you add it all together. That comes out to 51 million a year. I would love to try to have a contract like that. Wouldn't that be a trip? Anyways, 51 million a year for 5 years. Now, I love to read stories about what people are doing in contracts like this. And so I delved into some of the articles and I was reading the comments. The comments were all pretty much predominantly positive. Way to go. Oh my gosh, so excited for you. Lots of little fire signs, heart signs. Congrats, congrats, congrats. I didn't see anybody saying, wait a minute. How dumb is it to pay him that much? Do you really think that he's worth that? Should he have that kind of money? He's only what, 25 years old? Oh my gosh, there is none of that. They were all congratulating Jalen for, getting the big contract because he was such an amazing player. Now, let's shift gears and talk about a woman. She's 34 years old. She spent the last almost 20 years performing professionally. She has earned 8 country music awards, 40 American Music Awards, 40 Billboard Awards, 19 iHeartRadio Awards, 23 MTV Music Video Awards. The woman has won 638 awards so far for her music, and she's received 1,234 nominations. Do you know who I'm talking about? Yep, it's Taylor Swift. Now, we can't talk about Taylor Swift without also talking about the Eras Tour, which is what she's been putting on this year and into next year. It's 151 shows over 5 continents. The gross so far, with just 61 concerts complete, is over $1 billion in revenues. And what I find fascinating and love to see is that governments, from the US government to states and cities, are making notes on their financial records that because she's bringing such a big bump in impact in the economies to the cities that they have to make note because they don't know how they're going to replace it next year. So they have to show this was a special one-time deal. This was a Taylor Swift impact. The Eras concert film, which was just out in the theaters, has been the highest grossing concert film in history. It's made 250 million so far. The Eras tour itself was described as one of the most prominent cultural phenomena of the 21st century. Sounds pretty cool, huh? Taylor's got it going. Got it going on. Now, personal wealth wise, before the Eras tour, Taylor's personal wealth was reported at around 740 million. With the tour in progress, and that's just really doing a great job, she's currently over $1.1 billion. Taylor is the first billionaire who has made it with music as the main source of income. She's a phenomenal woman. Now, she's made in this time period about 270 million due to the tour added to her personal wealth. What I find interesting about that is it's about the same amount as what Jalen Hurts is making over the next 5 years. However, when articles talk about the tour making over $1 billion so far and Taylor's wealth hitting that same point, the comments are very different. Instead of a surplus of congrats, you can see the good girl expectations coming through in people's comments, even though she seems to live life as an empowered woman. I was reading things like, oh, she's greedy. Why does she need all that money? Do you know how many families she could feed? What's she taking that money out of the economy for? How dare she keep all that money for herself? Who does she think she is? And they're, they're not saying congratulations, Taylor. What an amazing concert. It's like they're cutting her down for not giving her money away, for not taking care of everyone. Mind you, nobody said that about Jalen. And, if they delve into Taylor much, she's very generous with the city she goes to, and she gives great bonuses to her tour team. So she is a generous person. The thing is, the people who are making the comments are coming from that good girl training. You know, good girls are supposed to be selfless servants responsible for everyone's happiness, not being billionaires and enjoying the money and power that results. So Jalen Hurts and Taylor Swift, both at the top of their games, both making some really good money, but it's only okay for one of them. And to me, it just doesn't make sense. Those criticisms are expecting Taylor to be a good girl, and they don't even necessarily know her. And even though they don't know Jalen either, all they did was cheer him on, say congrats. They would never say those things to Jalen. These expectations are woven into so many aspects of our lives. And one of the things I really want to do with this podcast is help people to become more aware of them and aware of the impact that the good girl rules have on our everyday lives. Awareness is the first step to start breaking free. And so when you are willing to let go of your good girl rules, you get to design life on your terms. You get to walk and have more fun and have a delicious life. So if you're curious about that, like how to break free and what it's more about more about what it's about, that makes sense. Or need help, go to lifecanbedelicious.com. Get my new book, The Goodbye Good Girl, because successful women deserve delicious lives. Listen, can you hear your delicious life calling your name? It's waiting there for you. Until next time. Mwah! Bye.